Let's go over how you can make $10,000 wholesaling real estate in the next 30 days. And just so you know, a $10,000 assignment fee is actually considered a smaller deal. The average wholesale deal nationwide is a little under $20,000 per assignment fee. But since we are in a conservative market, the average assignment fee has gone down just a little bit. So for this video's sake, we are going to say $10,000 in the next 30 days. Keep it conservative on how you can make $10,000 step by step in the next 30 days. First off, if you've never heard about wholesaling real estate, it's actually a lot easier than actually flipping the houses. Whenever you flip a house, you have to 1, find the land, 2, find money to actually purchase the deal, 3, find more money to actually fix up the property. 4, list the property with an agent after you've done your fix and flip. And then on top of that, you have to wait for an offer to come through so you can actually make your money back. A normal flip takes anywhere from 45 days to 6 months. And factoring today's market, an actual retail end buyer is going to want a lot more contingencies because it is a buyer's market. So it is so much harder for someone to do a flip in today's market versus a wholesale deal, which is far less riskier and way more quicker conversion cycles. On a wholesale deal, you will still go back to step 1 and finding a really good deal. Instead of actually finding loans and money to purchase the property, all your job is to do is to get a really good deal, find an end buyer and sell it to your end buyer, and he will go ahead and take on all the risk that you did not want to take. And you will still go ahead and make your money. Majority of the time, you're looking for 2 end buyers. Number 1 is a fix and flipper. A fix and flipper is someone who actually purchased the property. Like I just mentioned before, they fix the property up, they resell it. You know, they put all the love inside the property to make it a nice, beautiful property. Your number 2 investor that you're looking for is a buy and hold investor. A buy and hold investor, think of your landlord. He's just looking to buy the property. He might put a little bit of work into it, but all in all, his goal is to just rent the property out and he'll make residual income month to month, but his goal is to make money long term by appreciation of the property. To keep it simple, as long as you can find somebody who's willing to pay a little bit more of the price that you have it under contract with, let's say I have it under contract for $200,000, I'm going to sell it for $210,000. As long as I can find someone who wants to pay $210,000, I'm going to be profitable. I'm going to make my money on the deal. And I can sell it to them without having to buy the property, without having to do any unnecessary. The way you do this is by assigning your contract to your buyer. I'm going to make this super simple and give you another example. Let's say I find a property for $100,000. At $100,000, I know this deal is a super good deal because I've ran my numbers and I know this is a discounted property. To the point where a buyer can buy it from me for $115,000. I just added $15,000 assignment fee, which should come to me. And he still knows it's a really good deal and he would want to buy the deal from me. Let's say our buyer puts another $30,000 worth of work into it. He's all in $145,000. Now you might be wondering, where does this cash buyer have all this money? Well, it's actually not his money. Majority of the time, all these buyers are using is hard money loans or private money loans, which covers the whole deals for them, as well as the repair renovation that's going to be needed on the property. I don't want to go on a tangent here, but as long as the deal makes sense, there's people called hard money or private money guys who will fund the whole deal for you. And that's how these cash buyers are getting these funds from. So at the time of closing, when the buyer purchases the property for $115,000, at closing, that money, $15,000 will be wired to you. So essentially, there's only 2 things that you really need to get good at as a wholesaler. Number 1 is finding a really good deal. What is a really good deal? It's just a discounted property. Number 2 is finding buyers. But here's the best part about finding buyers. If you have a really good deal, it will be super easy for you to find buyers. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that later in the video. So let's break this down, how you can go out today and take step-by-step action, how to make $10,000 in the next 30 days. Step 1, finding the deal. There are 3 ways I recommend, especially new people who are coming into the business, on how to find a really good deal. Number 1, driving for dollars. Now, driving for dollars is super simple. This is where I'm hopping in my car and I'm just driving around. I'm looking for ugly houses. What are some signs of ugly houses? Houses with tall grass, houses with broken windows, boarded up windows, houses with tarps on the roof. As long as the house looks maybe uninhabitable or the house needs some type of repair and is clearly visible on the outside. And what I'm doing here is I'm just grabbing a note and writing down all these addresses. Once I have a list of minimum 100 to 200 people, I will then go ahead and skip trace these property address and get in touch with the owners and ask them if they're looking to sell their property. On top of this, when I'm driving for dollars, I'm not only looking for houses, I'm also looking for vacant land as well, which is a hidden gold mine that a lot of wholesalers do not know about. And specifically for vacant land, I'm looking for infill lots. Infill lots is where there's two houses in between a piece of land. That lets me know that I can build a house on that piece of land. So I'm taking the address of that piece of land as well, and I'm doing the same thing, skip tracing that piece of land, and I'm asking the owner if they're looking to sell that land. The second way to find a really good deal is by pulling motivated lists. Guys, there are tons of websites out there where you can go ahead and pull lists. I'm going to be giving you guys both free websites as well as websites that you're going to have to pay. So number one, which is a free website, I wouldn't say the data is just the best, but it is free, so you cannot complain. Propwire.com. I'm super grateful for propwire.com. This is Jerry Noren's platform. I'm super grateful because this is what allowed me to close my first 10 deals, was pulling lists on propwire.com. And the goal for pulling lists is you want to pull the most motivated list as possible. So I'm list stacking, and list stacking is when I'm putting multiple different list filters so I can niche it down to a list that's super high intent motivation. So I'm always stacking things like tired landlords, absentee owners. I'm also even putting senior owners, people who own more than 3 properties, people who are going through tax delinquents. I'm just stacking all these lists and I'm reaching out to these people one by one, trying to see if they're looking to sell. The idea of stacking all these lists is making sure that the people that I'm giving a call are people who are damn near ready to go. Other websites that you can use for list stacking and pulling lists is propstream.com. I think it's like $150 per month. We use PropStream. Other places are batchskiptracing.com. There's a lot of different places where you can pull lists. Here's the thing though, honestly, they're all pretty much the same data. There's not really any one website that has better, lists than any others. They're damn near all the same. Third way you can find deals is networking with other wholesalers. And you can find other wholesalers on Facebook groups. You can find other wholesalers on your local real estate meetups. Other wholesalers are everywhere. So you can actually reach out to other wholesalers and let them know, hey, if you find a really good deal, I'll go ahead and get the deal sold for you. So networking is key, especially in the wholesale business. A lot of times whenever I can't get a deal sold, I'm looking for another top wholesaler in that specific market who can actually get the deal sold for me. And vice versa. A lot of people reach out to me to get their deal sold. We do a lot of JVs. And if you're a person who's struggling to get your deal sold, please go ahead and check the link below, which is jv.blackstoneprivateequity.us. You can submit your JV deal. You have to make sure that you're under contract directly to the seller, and you have to submit pictures as well. Someone on my team will analyze the deal and get back to you with feedback. If the deal makes sense, we will go ahead and submit you a JV contract and we'll get that deal sold for you. Fourth one is on the MLS. Now, I don't recommend MLS for newbies because you probably won't know how to talk to real estate agents. I always recommend people to do their first deal by themselves directly to the seller instead of trying to find on-market deals. But the MLS is a good way to find deals as well. All of the ways I just explained to you, this is what you call outbound marketing. The reason it's called outbound marketing is because I'm actually going out of my way and I'm looking for the deal, versus what you call inbound marketing. The other source of marketing is called inbound marketing. And I only recommend people to do inbound marketing whenever they close multiple deals and they actually know what they're doing and how to talk to sellers. Because inbound marketing is a lot more expensive. There's things called PPL, which is pay per lead, where I can actually purchase leads. There's things called meta advertisements. That's where we're running a lot of meta ads. And this is where people are submitting their form through Facebook, Instagram, and that form is getting submitted to my team, and my team will go ahead and reach out to that property owner who's looking to sell. The reason it's called inbound marketing is because instead of me going out of my way to find them, they're coming to me now. This is a lot more expensive, so that's why I always recommend people to have a good enough budget where they can actually spend money for inbound leads. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I lock up a deal? What you can do is click on the link in my bio or go to harwinfrancois.com, book a free call with me and my team. We have a system that helps wholesalers close their first deal or scale past their first deal to do multiple deals per month. And I know what you're thinking, oh, another course, but no, this is actually not a course. We're plugging you directly into our systems where you will have all the leads handed to you. You will get a customized CRM with AI already implemented into it. You will also get a free dialer. We will hold your hand to close your first deal. And the best part is any deal that you get locked up, we will be the ones who are selling the deal for you. So all you need to do is get deals locked up and the rest will be handed for you. Whether you choose to join our system or not, still book a call. They will hook you up with contracts and free resources for you to get started and get the ball rolling, even if you don't use us. But once you get a deal under contract, now you have to go ahead and sell the deal. There are a few ways that you can go ahead and sell the deal, but I will talk about 3 ways. First and foremost, you can join Facebook groups. And what I do is, let's say I'm selling a deal out in Minneapolis. I will go on Facebook groups and type search Minneapolis wholesale real estate groups or Minneapolis real estate groups. And all I'm doing is finding different real estate groups and I'm connecting. I'm trying to find different buyers. I will go ahead and even drop a post in there and say, hey, I have a specific deal. I probably wouldn't put that property address, but I'll tell them, hey, I have a specific deal. Any investors who are interested, please go ahead and reach out to me. And by that post alone, you should have a lot of different people hitting you up, different investors who are actively searching for deals. Another thing that you can do is go to your local real estate meetups. This is exactly how I sold my first 10 deals when I first started out. And this is a cheat code because you're actively meeting people in person, not behind a screen, and you can go ahead and talk about your deals. At these real estate meetups, you're going to find vetted buyers who are actually doing deals, and you're going to get the contact information of all these different buyers, different wholesalers. It's actually a great way to network as well. The third way you can find buyers is, this is what we do a lot in my business now, is find people who are actively doing deals wherever that you actively have the deal locked up under contract. So let's say I have a deal in Tampa, 33169 zip code. I will go ahead and look for people who has done flips within the last 6 months in that 33169 zip code. And the way you can do that is the same website that I gave you earlier on in this video, propwire.com. Type the zip code and then type cash buyers. On the more filters, you can go ahead and put the dates, did a deal within the last 3 to 6 months. And it's going to show you all the cash buyers who either purchased the property cash or who's actively done a flip within the last 6 months. Once you do that, you reach out to them, skip trace the property address, you find the owner who, purchased the property to do the flip, and you just say, hey, listen, I just seen you did a flip in this specific area. I have another deal, same zip code. I know you will be interested in it. Can I get your email or can I send you a text message with more information? Odds are, if they did a deal in that same area, they'd be glad to pay you a finder's fee for bringing them the deal with them doing nothing. So anybody who's done a deal in that specific area would be super happy if you would send them more deals. And this is how you start slowly building a cash buyer network. Now, if this is you and you're trying to do your first $10,000 in the next 30 days, you've watched this video. Now it's time for you to take massive imperfect action. Start today. If you watch this video, you know everything that you need to know to close your first $10,000. Now, before you go, please go ahead and comment, like, share, and subscribe to this video, as this will help me a lot reach out people who are actively looking to close their first deal or who are looking to get better within wholesale real estate. I'm always dropping fire content for you guys, so please go make sure to support.